Okay. If you're just joining us, we are going to go through this action sheet today. This is going to be our our power hour, but it's because, and I'm going to back up just a little bit. Um, on Sunday nights, we have been a part of, or been able to actually just be like participants in this 15-minute business call. So Melissa Eichenhorst started doing these 15-minute business calls on Sunday nights at 8:30 Central Time. And so she does those, and they're supposed to encourage people to understand the business, to want to be a part of the business. And then starting that night and through the next 6 days, our job, our goal, what grows our business and changes our paychecks and, like gets this kind of wheel moving, is helping people go silver. So our goal is to help ourselves go silver. So you personally should be doing the activities because you should be adding 3, new customers every week, but then also helping, and yeah, I said every week, and then also helping a new person. They may be someone that's been using the products for 6 months, and maybe someone that's, tried before with the business and never really had like a system, but it's a great system that every single week, and we're going to do it through the end of the year. So we've been doing it for about a month now. And we're going to do it all the way through all of November, all of December. But the goal is that you at least know where to put somebody that is interested in the business on Sunday nights, and you have something every single day for the next 6 days for them to plug into. And that is called the Silver and Six Chat. It's through the table. And the reason I do that is then everybody has access to it. Then everybody's automatically can add themselves to it. But also the table is where we do our business building activities anyways. So if they're on that page, then plugging them into the chat is really simple. But this is one of the things that's in that. And I think the more that we as business builders do the daily activities, then when we actually have somebody in the chat, it's so much easier to walk them through what's happening each day, because you're not having to learn it and teach it at the same time. You learn it and then go through and teach someone else to do it. So this is the action sheet that's included in that. I do want to say, I think in the next couple of weeks, you will see the Silver and Six chat change. Because there's people are realizing that they may need it to be a little more simple for brand new people. It may need to be maybe not so wordy, maybe not so video heavy, but for now, this is what we have. I'm so grateful someone else created it, and I'm grateful that someone is choosing to edit it as well. So if you've written down 3 things that you're grateful for today, then we're going to move on to social media. So I really want to encourage you to go through each one of these. And the reason we do this all together is so that we can ask questions. We can say, well, what are you saying when you do this? What are you doing whenever someone asks you a question? So the first thing is to post on your personal Facebook wall. And I do think Facebook, I don't know how many of y'all post on Facebook and Instagram, but I would say I get conversations maybe started on Instagram, but I'm getting like people that have been watching me do this for 10 years. And for some of y'all, 5 years or whatever, that's where probably my warm market really still is. I would say everyone I've signed up this month has all been from Facebook. Those are the people you already have, probably relationships with and that kind of stuff. So I really want to challenge you to post on your Facebook wall. And this says try to post once a day, making at least 2 per week about Plexus. I would encourage you, the more you post about Plexus, the more people will see your posts about Plexus, but the more you will actually need to post about your personal life. So for me, I try to do like, 3 to 4 like things about what's going on in their family, funny things that happen around here, pictures, whatever it is, about our personal life to each Plexus post. But if I'm posting Plexus every day, then I'm having to post at least, 2 or 3 times a day about our family as well, because that's really why people are watching me. So I want to encourage you to go, I'm going to be quiet, go post on your Facebook wall anything about Plexus, business or products. Okay, as you're wrapping up, make sure that you have a picture that makes them want to stop the scroll. So make sure you have a picture that they're like, wait, what's she talking about here? And y'all will know, like you'll be scrolling Facebook and you're like, oh, okay, what I saw that picture. Now I want to scroll back up and see what she's saying. So what, and I don't mean that picture has to be like phenomenal, but like this picture of Sarah Marble is the first thing that's popped up on my Facebook. I'm like, okay, what's Sarah talking about? So I go to see more and I go to read, kind of skim over what she's saying. I do think make sure also that your post has a question at the end. How do they actually like engage with you? So if you've already posted it, you can go back and edit it, but make sure you have a question so that you're actually asking them something they need to respond to you with, either in the comments, message me if you're ready to take care, I think someone remind me if I'm wrong. I think the $1 membership ends today. I don't think it goes through tomorrow. Um, Anybody nod or have a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Angie Tripp's me looking at me like I'm crazy. So that's a good sign because she usually knows more about that. Yeah. Okay. Let's double check. I'm going to pull my, unless someone has the information and can unmute, I'm going to pull my, where's the email that tells us all the things? Anybody know for sure if it doesn't end today, it at least ends tomorrow, but I think a lot of things were only going through the 30th. Hold on. I want to give y'all answers since y'all are on here. Oops.
Andrew, I just found it in incentives.
Okay. What'd you find?
31st.
Okay, good. Something, is it the developing a silver and getting $50 only? Something only went through the
Oh,
30th.
maybe so, because I never saw that posted.
Was that not?
It's not in incentives, that thing, that $50 thing.
That's not in incentives? Okay, here.
But I saw,
Um,
not that I saw.
okay, you're right. $1 VIP memberships ran from the 23rd through the 31st. The $50 sponsor bonus for any first time silvers, yes, backdated. Um, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe nothing ended on. I thought something ended on the 30th, but I don't see anything. Okay, that's good. I know I like to like double check all of that stuff. Okay, good. Oh, the calls were only going through today. So maybe that was it. That today was Robin Sullivan's call. If y'all missed that, it happened right before we got started today. So yeah, the level 1 bonus goes through tomorrow, but you'll want to like, so that's the thing, right? Like you'll tell them, hey, make sure you message me today. Let's do this before you start, getting inundated with Halloween parties and trick-or-treating tomorrow night, that kind of stuff where you're giving them a time crunch. They're like, oh yeah, tomorrow's going to get crazy because they do have a Halloween party at, 3 kids' schools and, trick-or-treating and costumes. So let's get this done today so that you have this in your hands. Um, so the sense of urgency always helps when you remind them why their sense of urgency matters. Okay. So that's on that post. So if you haven't done your post or fixed your post, go ahead and do that now. And then posting in your stories. I don't care how bad you look. I don't care if you don't like listening to yourself talk. I don't care if you don't have makeup on. I really think the more personal you can be in your stories about what's going on in your day, people think that's funny and cute and relatable. So I'm gonna give y'all like let's do like 4 or 5 minutes and to get something in your stories that is personal, not a graphic, not sharing, not resharing, about celebrity stuff or political stuff. Like this is about you showing up for your audience in Instagram stories. 4 minutes, go. Okay. I'm gonna pass it to Becky for happy birthday messages.
Yeah, this sounds crazy. By the way, will you let me know in the chat if you are currently wishing Facebook friends happy birthday? Because I will tell you honestly that it's something I stopped doing a while ago when I started focusing on Instagram. This morning, Rhonda Hensel and I were on a Jewel call with some other jewels from Brittany Howard and Christina Williams team, and Michelle Stuchel. I don't know if y'all know who she is, but she's a great trainer. She shared a birthday message that she's seeing a lot of success with, and I wanted to share it with you. And I'm gonna recreate it in the chat for you. But she said that she's, I think, already recruited like 4 to 6 people with this birthday message. She says, "Happy birthday, Jenny. May this be your best year yet. I hope you feel pampered and loved today. Do you have any personal passion projects or goals you are working on this year?" And I was like, well, how did you convert those to joins? And she said, because it's a conversation starter. It's sincere. And it starts like either someone's going to come back and be like, thank you, no, not really, or they're going to actually share. And so just for example, she had one woman that came back and was like, hey, yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I'm working on getting my esthetician license. And it just opened the conversation for, oh, really? Like, why'd you decide to do that? Well, this person's looking to add income and use it as a means to save for retirement. And so that opened the door to start talking about Plexus as an opportunity and as a secondary income. I really want you guys to get a hold of that language of like secondary income for your family or additional income source. Anyway, what I love about this message is it's a great conversation starter, and it'll let you know right away, like, who are your people that need something. And also if it's someone who's like doesn't have any goals or personal passion projects, then they might not be your next business builder. You can move along. I'm going to share it in the chat so that you can incorporate it if you want to.
Okay, then I want to encourage everyone to go share something similar real quick, just with one person, like one person on your birthday list. Like you don't have to do the whole list right now. It'll be good for you to kind of get started somewhere. But Beck's going to drop it in the chat. And then I think going and deciding who you're going to go share that with. So go figure out who it's going to be. And then as soon as Beck drops in the chat, then I would encourage you to even make it a voice message, like kind of read it off of Becky's thing and make it a voice message so people have to listen to it. It keeps you from copy pasting too. And when we copy paste, a lot of times it becomes monotonous, and we actually don't care as much as we do when we're actually sending the voice message. There you go. One person. Okay. I think I saw everyone's mouth stop moving for voice messages. I didn't want to start talking if y'all were voice messaging. But next thing is going to be the relationship building on Facebook. So we're going to do 10 minutes of actually like talking to people that are non-Plexus people on Facebook. Actually, let's just do 5 minutes because I want to get to make sure we're doing follow-ups and we actually talk through follow-up messages because follow-up is huge for today. So let's just do 5 minutes of just connecting in comments with non-Plexus people on Facebook. Okay, see y'all in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that messaging, Becky. I think we all need like to know that we need to do effective messaging. And really decide what is it we're trying to get out of these messages. Just saying happy birthday to people, like what's our expectation? And every time we're messaging, even when we're commenting, even when we're asking questions, even when we're engaging, like everything should be a thought of what do I want? Where do I want this conversation to be going? If you're just checking boxes, it will probably take you a lot longer. If you're being really intentional with your posting, the questions at the end of your post, the pictures that you're using, all of that, like all of that just puts you like a step ahead and a step further. Okay. And then looking for new people you can add as friends to increase your network. I think that's an everyday, daily like task. I think, I want to ask, like, where are y'all finding where are you actually engaging in new people? Like, let's open it up for a minute or two before we get into the next section. Like, where are you currently finding either your new customers, your new conversation pieces, the new people that you're engaging with? This is me being quiet.
I'm a part of Weight Watchers group on Facebook. I was doing Weight Watchers for a little while just to kind of kickstart some things. And oh my word, the posting that they put up, people put up of like artificial sweeteners and things and like using, I mean, it's just mind boggling. I'm like, ugh. But anyway, not trying to judge, but trying to go more in with like a education. And it's been very challenging for me because I want to make sure that I'm going in carefully and not just trying to like put somebody down for their choices, but like, because I can be pretty blunt. I mean, I can. And so I want to make sure I'm like easing in, especially if they're not asking for help or they're not asking whatever. So I've been doing that. And then also, so Weight Watchers groups, and I'm finding more conversations, I think, just through Instagram. That's where I'm at.
Just that intentionality is huge. Okay, who else?
For me, it's different. Facebook, it's more of being intentional to meet people in like real life. So like a Bible study group. I'm a part of we do a women's brunch every month, and it's not even affiliated with my church. So I found just in my past year, I've challenged myself to just kind of go outside in my little introvert bubble and meet new people in different ways like that. Facebook has helped me grow in that way. My Instagram, it's more niche related, I think, is how those conversations start. So it's kind of totally, it's different, but good.
Also on this call this morning, I was realizing that because I've been so focused on Instagram, especially for the past year or so, that these two platforms feel pretty different to me. And Facebook feels kind of like it's all the people that I'm like, I already did that. I built on Facebook, from 2014 to 2018 or whatever. And I'm realizing that I actually need to go in and be a little bit more intentional with Facebook. And I'm reminded that there's still so many people to connect with and who I've probably not messaged and I've counted out. So here's the other thing too. It's 2023. A lot of other MLMs have come and gone on Facebook through the years, and we are still going. And I really need to work on some harvesting on Facebook. So I have noticed that posts versus reels, which is totally the opposite for me on Instagram, where it's reels over posts, but posts versus reels on Facebook is where I get the most interaction. So trying to harness that well.
One more person want to talk about where they're showing up on and seeing people show up on social? Okay. We'll move it over to virtual office. This is something you can do on your own, is checking credit card declines. I thought it was really interesting to see your credit card decline percentage should be like under a certain, like 3%, I think, of credit cards should decline on your, like, for your whole system. And our team as a whole for the table is like at 2 point something really small percentage. So just so you know, our entire team, which you are a part of, has a really low credit card decline percentage, which is really good. The other thing you want to make sure you're checking every single day, this is part of customer service, is checking your perks report and making sure somebody isn't losing perks. 9 times out of 10, that's a credit card, expiration issue, that their card didn't go through, or they changed their order and forgot to add that one thing that, oh yeah, I meant to add black cherry lime blossom slim, and I went in and adjusted one thing and forgot to add that. It's usually pretty good now. The system is so much better than it used to be about, like, hey, are you sure you want to lose your perks? But don't all of us just click yeah, because you're rebuilding the cart, so you like completely ignore that message, and then you actually have, if you've ever gone back and actually fixed it without fixing it. So those are things you need to do on your own. The things I think we need to do together are contacting 3 new people, or for those of y'all that, I don't remember who I was on a call with earlier this week, I have my running list of people that I have carts out right now for, and people that, one I still need to get with. So someone, since we've been on this call, messages said, hey, I lost a bunch of weight 5 years ago with Optavia. And obviously she's not doing it anymore. She went back to like eating like a normal person, and now she's put all of her 25 pounds back on. And so she's like, just tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it slow and steady this time, the healthy way, because I think it's gonna work so much better. And she's a friend's mom. She's not looking to do the business, but I do know that if she loses the weight again, people will be like, hey, tell me what you're doing this time. So this is the area, this is the space for you to Octavia, whatever it is. Follow up with your people, check in with your customers, contact 3 new people. I really want to challenge you, if you have not added any VIP customers this month, I want you to dig in and actually do some like reflection on why. Where are you not showing up? How inconsistent have you been? Do people know, like, are you still in people's feeds on Instagram and on Facebook? Like, where are you not showing up? Which is the whole reason why you probably haven't signed up a new customer this month. So evaluate. And since Kristen's on here, I'm just gonna say, where are you overthinking it? Where, like, what are the things? And so go through your business, take ownership of something, and then either contact new people, follow up with people, or check in with your current new VI, like wherever you are. If you haven't signed up anybody you need to contact, if you've got people on the fence, which I've got 6 or 7, that's what I need to follow up with. And then I also need to check in with my new VIPs. So either unmute or type in the chat if you get stuck somewhere or have a question or don't know what to say, all those kind of things. And we'll all work together here the next few minutes. Okay, last few minutes real fast while y'all are still doing it. And I'm gonna jump off a little early just because I need to send someone a cart and I don't know how to do it while I'm on. I do everything on my desktop or my laptop. I don't build carts or any of that stuff on the phone. Just I think it's hard for me personally. So I'm gonna jump off and do it on my computer. But I want to answer any questions you have, anywhere you feel stuck, anything that you feel like might help somebody else, or is just kind of where you are right now. So does anyone have anything that unmute, ask, what will get you, kind of move it in the right direction? Anything? Everybody's doing awesome. Yeah, I just really want to encourage y'all to make sure you get people on the Real People, Real Stories call on Thursday. Oh, who's going on the cruise? Anybody hands up? I know Beck just got off and she's going to be on the cruise ship. Anybody else going to be on the cruise ship? I will not be. I have zero desire. Y'all want to hear a funny story? I was with Tarl. I was in a room with Tarl like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And we were talking about, do y'all remember? Anyways, we did the new branding 2 years ago, and I was telling him about all the new branding and kind of like who the ideal customer was. And we had a name for her. Her name was Amy, the ideal customer for the new branding. And he was saying something, and he said, well, do y'all think Amy wants to go on a cruise? And I was like, no, Amy doesn't want to go on a cruise. He goes, well, Amy's going on a cruise. And I was like, oh man. And I knew at that point we had a cruise booked that, this must have been like 3 years ago because it was after COVID, and booked that we didn't get to use that year for a leaders retreat. And I'm like, I don't want to go on a cruise. So I am not going on a cruise ship with, thousands of Plexus ambassadors. But let's pray for safe weather. I think Julia sent Becky a hurricane path that could give them some rough waves. So let's pray for safe weather, pray for I think the safety and health of our the whole ship speaks to our entire company. So I think the more that we can pray over them, hope that there is huge momentum that comes out of that, and people come back ready to go, great marketing. The more that we pray over what happens at Leaders Retreat, and that it be successful for every single person there, the more it helps our entire company. And as people are posting, make sure you are sharing. Do not go a day of the 4 days without sharing somebody else's cruise post with your audience, because your audience needs to see what other people are doing, what Plexus does, and how amazing it is, because you want them to be excited about Punta Cana and the potential of that. So, okay, that's all I've got. Hope y'all have a great week, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.